When you're a superstar in the NBA competing to win at the highest level, you may have to face some seemingly insurmountable tasks. For Luka Doncic, he came up 3 games short of acing one of them. The Boston Celtics were clearly the better team in the 2024 finals, and I'd argue that they're the best team and toughest task that Luka has faced in his entire pro career. Until now. Because the toughest task for Luka that isn't the Boston Celtics is what's in front of him in the 2024 summer. Allow me to explain. While Doncic won't have to figure out how to dissect the defense of Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and company, he will be asked to be the best leader he possibly can be for a country that desperately needs him in order to earn a spot on basketball's biggest stage. Here's the ask. Take a roster that looks like this. If you don't recognize most of these names, I don't blame you. And that's what I'm here for today. And win 4 games in 6 days to advance Slovenia to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. It's fair to add as well that Luka is coming off a multitude of injuries and will have been a mere 2 weeks removed from the conclusion of the NBA Finals by the time this Olympic qualifying tournament gets rolling. That medical staff better have the bandages and ice ready because this man is a soldier for lacing them up. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this task will have to be completed in enemy territory at, get this, the Peace and Friendship Stadium in Piraeus, Greece. Yeah, by the time we get to what could be the likely final showdown between Slovenia and the host country's team, I don't imagine that there will be a lot of peace and friendship out there on the court. Because that host country team is led by a guy who certainly isn't freaked out by the big stage. So, yeah. Is this Luka's toughest task in his pro career yet? And is he about to shock the world? Alright, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video by the way. They're just the #1 option for cashback with online shopping. I use Rakuten whether it's through the website or the app every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cashback that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this. Support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. The NBA season may be over, but this offseason is set to look as untraditional as you can get for an offseason. And no, I'm not just referring to Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan kicking it off by dancing on stage at Drake's funeral. I'm talking about something that only comes around every 4 years because the Olympics are officially back, people. We haven't gotten to witness an Olympic Games fully open with fans in the stands since 2016. That's 8 years, and that's 8 years too long, and I'm ready to see what Paris has to offer as the host of sport's greatest exhibition. And for basketball fans, this is exactly what we could ask for and more. Why, you ask? Well, I'll just let Wendy, who has years of covering international basketball, tell you why.
But this Olympic tournament coming up in Paris will be the highest level international basketball event in the history of the sport. There are going to be absolute bloodbaths over there. It's great for that LeBron at his age and Embiid despite his injury history and Durant, who owes Team USA nothing. He's been the greatest Team USA player in history, is going to go through and play all this when they really have earned their summers off.
Tyrese Halliburton's not losing to any other country.
No chance.
Tyrese Halliburton was awesome for Team USA last year. There was actually a World Cup last summer. Nobody paid attention to it really. It was happening in the middle of the night. I was there. It was in the Philippines. We finished 4th. We lost 3 times.
But before we get there and I start making videos about Team USA and the other 7 teams that are officially in the tournament as of now, there are 4 spots that are still up for grabs that'll be determined via Olympic qualifying tournaments. What we have in front of us are qualifying tournaments in Spain, Puerto Rico, Latvia, and in my opinion, the best qualifier in terms of talent featured in it, Greece. So naturally, if I'm going to make a claim like that, I'm gonna back it up. So let's meet the teams and talent that'll be featured in Greece, backed by FIBA's World Rankings. World number 40, Egypt, and number 21, New Zealand, are the lone teams without NBA representation on their roster. Much respect to these countries, but trying to make a case for them winning this thing is like trying to make a case for Drake winning the rap battle against Kendrick. Okay, I promise that'll be the last reference to that in this video. World number 30, Croatia, trots out 3 players with NBA experience. Mario Hezonja, 29-year-old, 6'8" wing and former 5th overall pick by the Orlando Magic in the 2015 draft, is one of them. The man has been putting up numbers in the friendlies and looks poised for a return to the NBA soon enough. The Warriors' Dario Saric and Clippers' Ivica Zubac account for the 2 others, but Croatia is without their biggest star and top scorer, who put up 25.3 points per game at the 2016 Olympics, Bojan Bogdanovic. World number 19, Dominican Republic, features 36-year-old vet Orlando Sanchez, who played a year for the Westchester Knicks of the G League in 2014-15, and Minnesota Timberwolves' Karl Anthony Towns, who is by far the superstar and centerpiece of a team looking to make their first Olympics ever. Towns starred for the Dominican Republic at the 2023 FIBA World Cup in the Philippines, averaging 24.4 points on 45.5% from the field and 39.4% from 3 to go along with 8 rebounds in just under 30 minutes per game. That's pretty good. The host is world number 14, Greece, who's looking to break through to their first Olympics since 2008, and they feature the most NBA talent on their roster out of the 6 teams in this qualifying tournament. Out of their 5 NBA players, 4 of them have prior experience in the league. Kostas Papanikolaou is a 33-year-old 6'6" forward who was selected 48th overall by the Knicks in the 2012 NBA draft. Through a series of trades, he ended up with the Rockets and played 1 season for them in 2014-15. He also appeared briefly for the Nuggets in the 15-16 season before returning to Greece to play for Olympiakos of the EuroLeague. Georgios Papagiannis is 26 years old and he stands at 7'3". The man had so much upside that the Suns selected him 13th overall in the 2016 draft, making him the highest drafted Greek player ever. His rights were traded to the Kings, where he played a number of seasons. Nick Kalathis is a 35-year-old 6'6" guard that you may recall seeing play for the Memphis Grizzlies from 2013 to 2015. The man has made the All-EuroLeague first team before as well and has been with the Greece men's national team since 2009, playing in 105 games to date. And then you have the Antetokounmpos with Kostas and Giannis. These two actually won back-to-back rings for their family, as Kostas was a part of the 2020 Lakers team that won the chip, making him the first Greek-born player to win an NBA championship, and you know that fanned the flame for some memes. Giannis will win the title this year. Kostas? And when Giannis and the Bucks broke through the following year, this was on Giannis's mind, so much so that he mentioned it in his finals MVP acceptance speech.
I'm just happy. I'm happy that, you know, a lot of people was making jokes last year when Kostas won his championship with the Lakers. And, you know, obviously in the dinner table was awkward a little bit because he had the ring before me. But now me and Thanais have a ring too, so we're happy.
Anyway, these two will be vital to Greece's chances of advancing to the Olympics. And in their way is a team that's looking for revenge. But real quick, I just want to let you know that revenge is not what I'm looking for around here. I'm just looking to see if y'all enjoy this content and want to see more in the future. So if you do, let me know about it by leaving a like. You can take it a step further by subscribing and turning on notifications, and leave your feedback in the comments down below. I want to know what you think about this task for Luka. The highest rated team in FIBA's world rankings that is featured in the Greece Olympic qualifying tournament is number 11 Slovenia, and this team has a number of objectives. First, revenge. In a preparation game for the 2023 FIBA World Cup, Slovenia lost to a Giannis-less Greece 98-91, despite Luka's 21 points, 14 assists, and 10 rebounds. Slovenia is also looking to bounce back from their 7th place finish at the 2023 FIBA World Cup and return to the Olympics, where they turned a lot of heads by placing 4th in 2021. Objective number 2 for Slovenia is to repeat history. What do I mean by this? Well, in the 2021 Olympic qualifying tournament in Kaunas, Lithuania, Luka helped Slovenia punch their ticket to their first ever Olympics by knocking off the host team 96-85 in the final as he dropped 31 points, 13 assists, and 11 rebounds to quiet the home country's crowd. Does Doncic, banged up as he is, have it in him again to lead his country back to basketball's biggest stage by knocking off likely opponent, host Greece, in the final? Well, while he'll need to be Slovenia's leader, he's definitely not going at it alone. He's joined by two other former NBA players in Zoran Dragic and Vlatko Kankar. According to FIBA's website, Dragic, Kankar, and Gregor Horvat are the Slovenian versions of PJ Washington, Derek Jones Jr., and Josh Green, while Mike Tobey or Josh Nebo are the lob threats and rim protectors, resembling Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively II. FIBA also advises to consider Klemen Prepelic, Luka's Kyrie Irving type of profile, another ball handler and creator who can take a bit of the load off of Doncic's back. Luka arrived in Slovenia just 6 days after the finals concluded and immediately went to get another opinion on his major and minor injuries to get clearance and join the team with just over a week left to bond with his teammates once again. FIBA says that it's a familiar environment altogether for Doncic, and with the amount of time these guys spend together every summer, their chemistry on the floor will once again be off the charts. I think the best way for us to try to fathom what Luka is up against here is to put ourselves in his position. Imagine you just wrapped up 2 months of the most intense stretch of basketball you've ever played, fighting through injury after injury, and knowing that that journey did not conclude in victory. You pretty much immediately have to switch gears and put your home country on your back with Giannis standing in the way. So with all things considered, is this Luka's toughest task in his pro career yet? And is he about to shock the world? Sound off in the comments with your take, and I'll be reading and replying to y'all's responses. And I'll be back with another episode of Topic Tackle coming soon. As always, stay solid, people.